Israel dramatically expanded its war plan yesterday, bringing its forces to the brink of a bloody all-out clash with Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. Swathes of northern Israel have been evacuated for months after Hezbollah began firing daily rocket barrages across Israel's northern border to support its Hamas terror comrades. But Israeli leaders yesterday added a new goal to its list of 3 primary post-October 7 war aims, namely the safe return of the residents of the north to their homes. Yesterday, Israel's defense chief, Yoav Gallant, went on to warn ominously that the new objective could only be achieved by military action. The announcement paves the way for the first full-scale invasion of southern Lebanon since 2006 in a drive to push back the terror group to allow Israelis to finally return home. But the risky move raises the spectre of Hezbollah backers Iran being drawn into a potentially devastating regional conflict. Gallant has already revealed Israel Defense Forces plans to switch their focus from Hamas in Gaza to the northern front. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu added yesterday that it simply wouldn't be possible to return Israelis home in the north without what he called a fundamental change in the security situation. Since the day after last year's October 7 attacks in which Hamas claimed 1,200 lives, Hezbollah has supported its Islamist ally with drone, rocket and guided missile attacks. The Blitz has killed 26 civilians and 20 soldiers and forced 80,000 Israelis to flee south to escape the attacks, which damaged nearly 1,000 homes within 6 miles of the border. IDF air power alone has been able to stop the life-threatening barrages, and analysts now believe a ground invasion of southern Lebanon could be imminent. One plan being considered by Israeli war chiefs is a move to occupy a buffer zone inside southern Lebanon. But Iran, which has funded and stocked Hezbollah's military machine for years, looks certain to respond with its own strike back if the ground assault is launched. Rockets continued to fly across the northern border yesterday, with damage but no casualties reported, as many communities there have become deserted ghost towns. Israeli warplanes responded with attacks on a terrorist munitions warehouse, an observation post and military buildings in southern Lebanon.
What you see here is the IDF's operation to thwart Hezbollah's large-scale attack. We targeted thousands of Hezbollah's rocket launcher barrels whose locations are marked in red. In blue, you can see the 100 IDF fighter jets moving in formation and executing precise strikes deep in southern Lebanon, neutralizing key Hezbollah targets. These actions were crucial in order to prevent an attack that could have devastated millions of Israeli homes and families. We are determined to stop them.
A short while ago, the IDF identified Hezbollah terrorist organization preparing to fire missiles, rockets towards Israeli territory. In a self-defense act to remove these threats, the IDF is striking terror targets in Lebanon from which Hezbollah was planning to launch their attacks on Israeli civilians. This follows more than 6,700 rockets, missiles, and explosive UAVs fired by Hezbollah at Israeli families, homes, and communities since October 8th. Hezbollah will soon fire rockets and possibly missiles and UAVs towards Israeli territory. We will shortly update the Home Front Command defensive guidelines for those in Israel. From right next to the homes of Lebanese civilians in the south of Lebanon, we can see that Hezbollah is preparing to launch an extensive attack on Israel, while endangering the Lebanese civilians. We warn the civilians located in the areas where Hezbollah is operating to move out of harm's way immediately for their own safety. Hezbollah's ongoing aggression risks dragging the people of Lebanon, the people of Israel, and the whole region into a wider escalation. Israel will not tolerate Hezbollah's attacks on our civilians. We are operating in self-defense from Hezbollah and any other enemy that joins in their attacks against us. And we are ready to do everything we need to defend the people of Israel.
أكبر.
אנחנו במערכה רב-זירתית מול ציר הרשע של איראן שחותר להשמדתנו. הבוקר החות'ים שיגרו טיל קרקע מתימן לשטחנו. הם כבר היו צריכים לדעת שאנחנו גובים מחיר כבד על כל ניסיון לפגוע בנו. מי שזקוק לתזכורת בעניין זה מוזמן לבקר בנמל חודדה. כל מי שתוקף אותנו לא יחמוק מנחת זרוענו. החמאס כבר לומד זאת בפעולתנו הנחושה שתביא להשמדתו ולשחרור כל חטופינו. המצב הקיים לא יימשך. זה מחייב שינוי של מאזן הכוחות בגבולנו הצפוני. נעשה כל מה שצריך כדי להחזיר את תושבינו בבטחה לבתיהם.